Dear Thai, dear Sangha, I don't know how to practice breathing in. I am aware of my mental formations. Breathing out, I am aware of my mental formations. Am I supposed just to repeat the sentence? Or am I supposed to try and identify a mental formation at the moment I am meditating? And usually I cannot. Or am I supposed to meditate on a mental formation I have, like fear, because of the terrorist attacks? Thank you.
When we first begin practicing breathing, it can be quite difficult because we have a lot of mental formations, we have a lot of stories, we have a lot of thoughts, a lot of fantasies, a lot of regrets, a lot of worries. And the most important thing is that we learn to be aware of our body. So our body becomes our anchor. And a lot of the instructions in the Sutra on mindfulness is about learning how to come back to the body and to stay grounded in the body. I remember the first instructions of the summer retreat when our teacher was giving the last summer. He said, we must make our body our home. And it's only from that solid base within the body that we can learn to look at the mind. The mind is a lot trickier. It jumps around. It's hard to catch the thoughts. It's hard to see them. Sometimes an angry thought, it will not come up as an angry thought. It will say, that person is wrong. I did it right. He shouldn't have said that. This is very bad. I need to tell that person when I see him. So you have to learn to become really mature and really intelligent in how you identify things within the mind. The Buddha asks us to get grounded in the feeling of your whole body. Before you go into the mind, you need to really know you have a body. And you really need to be able to stay there and make your body your home. We have a lot of feelings as well. We have pleasant feelings and we have unpleasant feelings. And we have feelings within our body that we feel like that part of the body is not there. We feel it's dull. There's no feeling there. And we can only get in contact with these feelings when we slow down. When you're running to catch the train or you're driving the car, it's very hard to be in contact with the feelings in the body. So that's why we practice total relaxation. We lay down, we feel the feet, we feel the ankles, we feel the lower legs. And we notice, can we really feel the parts of the body? What happens in the mind when we can't feel a part of the body? It shoots off into story, into fantasy, into fairy tale. And we have to learn to release ourselves from that over and over again and come back to the body, come back to the feelings. The feelings are very interesting. Like Tai Li shared, if you stay there long enough, you will feel so many things that you never felt before. You'll feel things moving. It's like a river. Cold water and hot water and weight, and it's pleasant and it's unpleasant and it changes and it shifts, but you have to really make an effort. A lot of meditation is about cultivation and it's about familiarization, and you only learn by going back again and again and again and again. So to think within a week or within 2 weeks that we can then begin to identify patterns of thought and kind of notice when we're spiraling into a bad mood, and to notice, this is anger, or this is anxiety, or this is fear. It's very difficult. When you build a big building, you spend a lot of time designing the building and making sure the footing is very strong so that it can hold the big building up. We just spend a lot of time every day for the rest of our life. You do not just practice for a week and then you've got it down, you can take a rest from the body. But you practice every day for the rest of your life. It's a lifestyle, it's a path. And then when we're grounded in the body and we can see the feelings, we can begin to discern the relationship between the feelings and what's happening in the mind. So the Buddha, he only asks us in the beginning to notice when we're caught in desire, when we're caught in anger, and when we're caught in delusion, when we're caught in stories about the world that aren't true. stories about your life, stories about your suffering, stories about your difficulties. And he asks us to just let go of the story and keep coming back down into the body. There are 52 mental formations, depending on which school you come from. I think in the beginning we need to just notice three. Just notice when we're getting pulled into wishing things weren't the way they are. I wish it was different. It shouldn't be like this. Mindfulness should be easier. Sitting here, following my breath, I cannot do it. It's impossible. We just notice that and we come back to the body. He shouldn't have said that. I don't like that guy. We notice that, come back to the body. And we just learn to get grounded in the body. The mind becomes very still, becomes very beautiful. And then you can see them come up and you can say, It becomes very clear. But every day we have to walk, we have to breathe, we have to cultivate mindfulness. It's not a quick fix. Yeah? It's something we need to put a lot of energy into. We need to study, we need to practice, we need to understand, we need to ask our elder brothers and our elder sisters lots of good questions. Yeah, this is a big thing, to ask good questions so we can understand more deeply. Yeah, that's my answer.